Hello and welcome to KitPlus TV, which is supported by Mediaproxy. Now, the world of broadcast, news, media entertainment really has changed dramatically over the last couple of years. Technologies that were only in their infancy have now accelerated to meet the needs of the remote and disparate work environment.
Yes, and communications and connectivity, keeping you in touch with what matters, no matter how demanding the situation, is what our next guest company have been doing for a very long time. Very long time. Welcome to the show, Sam Butchers from DTC.
Hi Sam, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Hello Matt, hello Simon. Yep, doing very well, thank you, and thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Now, obviously, it's been a tough couple of years for everybody, really, but particularly for the live broadcast industry where DTC and your customers operate. Give us a quick overview, if it's not too painful, of how that period's been for you.
Yes, it's certainly been a tough period for everyone in the industry. And here at DTC, our technology is all about live video and data capture. Obviously, almost all live events were shut down from early 2020, which had a huge impact on everyone. But the industry is very resilient, isn't it? So with the Euros tournament and Tokyo Olympics happening, both of which we were involved in, confidence has been building back. The industry is not quite back to quite back to normal yet, but we are seeing customers plan for future projects, and there's plenty of going on to keep us busy.
Yeah, so give us a clue. What are the big events that you've either been keeping you busy recently, or you're working towards?
Sure. So, our Indian customer Quidditch were an integral part of the T20 World Cup, which just happened in October and November in the UAE. They use DTC COFDM systems to capture overhead drone footage. They get fantastic shots from their buggy cam. And the shots on the buggy are particularly good at getting viewers right into pitch level, giving fans more camera angles than they've had before. We've also got coming up equipment with the Australian V8 Supercar Race Series. Gravity Media have just recently made a substantial investment with us at DTC to enhance their onboard point of view coverage. They're using our mini broadcast nano transmitters with 1 watt amplifiers on board. And their flagship race is coming up, the Bathurst 1000, which is just around the corner in December. So we're really looking forward to Gravity putting on another great event.
We've been chatting recently, I know, about getting to see you at IBC and having a good catch up and getting our hands on what you've been doing, which obviously is not going to happen this year, unfortunately. But give people watching this a clue of what we could have seen and what your latest technology and products are now offering people.
Absolutely. So we've just started delivering our new Eclipse Transmitter. And this is our latest camera back unit from DTC for wireless camera applications. It features HEVC encoding suitable for HD, 4K, and has HDR compatibility. There's also the option of UHF return camera control, and also very importantly, a dual frequency unit, which has both 2 gig and 7 gig within the same transmitter. And this is really important because broadcasters around the globe are starting to be pushed out of that 2 gig band due to telecom users. And having that 7 gig to move into means the equipment is future-proofed, which is particularly helpful for rental and service companies that work internationally where there's pressures on that 2 gig band. And the Eclipse is also very different to other transmitters in that it doesn't just transmit traditional COFDM, it can be switched to mesh mode, meaning it can operate in an IP mesh network.
Yeah, I've heard about this IP mesh, or how we do mesh. But can you give us a bit more on how it works? What is it? What's mesh?
Sure. So a mesh network is set up using bi-directional radios, which we call nodes, and they work on the same frequency. The modulation is a COFDM waveform, and that's something we're constantly developing and improving. And what mesh is that basically it's a time division system used. So each node has a time slot to transmit its data. And the end result is that you get a fluid, self-forming, self-healing network where data is passed to the required endpoint via the efficient route. So as far as applications go, we're just starting to scratch the surface in broadcast. And if we take the requirement of a wireless camera in a pit lane, let's say, you could use a mesh network to get video and audio from the camera. And in addition to that, you can have camera control, return video, auto cue data coming back. And another USP of that is that it can help reduce rigging. So mesh can be employed as a repeater and a repeater system. So you don't have to worry about rigging and de-rigging fiber, etc. You can just use a node as a repeater.
We mentioned, Sam, at the beginning, live broadcast. Are your products exclusively for the broadcast industry, or have you seen them deployed in other industry sectors?
Yeah, so traditionally we have been broadcast is where we've our video encoding expertise has always stemmed from. But we use that video encoding into other industries. So we find ourselves heavily involved in the surveillance and the defense industries. And that's also where IP mesh is where we currently find the most of our customers. But we're now finding more and more applications within broadcast for IP mesh. For example, my colleague went out to France last week to the Paul Ricard race circuit in the south of France, testing mesh in high-speed motorsports environments for car data and telemetry. Also, it's been used for the Oxford and Cambridge boat race for the last 7 years. So even though it's a very new technology, we have been using it for quite some time within broadcast.
And all of any of the developments that would have been going on at IBC, is it all available now? Are we waiting for any more technology, any more developments around the corner? I mean, I'm sure it's constantly evolving, but are all your releases available now?
Yes, so our Eclipse, the flagship camera back transmitter, is available for delivery now. So we were looking forward to showing that off at the show, but obviously, unfortunately, events out of our control stopped that.
Yeah, and just remind us, Sam, where can we find out all this information?
Yes, so you can find us at domobroadcast.tv. You can find us on Twitter at Domo Broadcast, and we're also very active on LinkedIn, and you can find us under Domo Tactical Communications.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sam. Really interesting stuff. Do check out all those links that Sam mentioned for all the information that you need. Thanks to Mediaproxy for their support of KitPlus TV, and thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time.